Hello and welcome back to Sacred Vapes, the channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences from an average vapor about new products coming out to market. This week, as promised, I've got something very special to bring you. It's this little beauty, the Fireluke Mesh Pro tank. But before we get into it, I'll tell you a little story. About 18 months ago, Freemax brought out a tank called the Fireluke. Came out round about the same time as the Prince Clito 120 was out and been selling quite well. It was a good tank. It had an unusual fishbowl design, very similar to all the bubble glass that you get for pretty much every tank out there now. But it was a good tank. Not long after that, they brought out what they called the Fireluke Pro, which is a big, more powerful version of the tank. Again, good tank, well worth owning. But just out of nowhere, a few months later, Freemax came out with something that absolutely blew the market apart. It's the Freemax Fireluke Mesh tank, the first tank on the market to bring you a mesh coil. Now every man and his dog has got a mesh coil now in their tanks. You know, there's some rivals, there's some just copycats, but about 12 months have passed since that first mesh tank came out, and just when you thought Freemax were actually doing nothing about it, they didn't. They were actually sitting on something very big, and about 3 weeks ago it finally came out. Absolutely fantastic tank. I really recommend it. But before we carry on, let's see how she vapes. Fantastic. Right, I'll tell you a little bit about the tank first. I'll get into the pros and cons, then I'll talk about the coils, the main things to make it work. So first of all, the tank comes with 5mm and a 6mm glass and a 4mm depending on what type you get. The drip tips in 810 is interchangeable. The 510, it's a 510 tank. The pin is adjustable up until 2mm. Means nothing to me, but it might mean something to you. So that's fantastic. Coils have a bottom fill system in place. Coils are from other tanks, for example the Fireluke coils, they're all interchangeable. I think the mesh ones are as well, from the old Fireluke mesh. So there's a lot of variety if you've got some of them lying about. I was saying it's got bottom airflow, bottom ring, comes in resin or a mesh design. Fill mechanism, then there you go. You see a little red dot just at the top there. Top fill, slides back, fill hole there. Nice and easy. So yeah, as I say, it's a 510 tank. It comes with 3 different types of coil. It comes with the single, the dual and the triple. I've had a chance to try them all, so I can give you feedback on that. But I've really been enjoying it. The pros of this tank, just get straight into them. Pros of this tank, the glass, massive capacity. I mean, obviously you expect the bigger the coil, the more it's going to drink, but the fact that you're not stuck with a 2mm or a 3mm out the box, you know, it is throwing you straight in there for 5 and 6. You know, fantastic. Really like to see that. The nice easy top fill mechanism, can't complain about that. Never opened on me. You know, you've got to fiddle about with it if you don't know where the dot is, but as soon as you see it, nice easy. Yeah, sits on your mod really well, another positive. Yeah, there's not too many things that you can't repeat from most other tanks on the market, but the main feature of these is going to be the coils. The few cons I'll get into. Sorry, that fill hole. I found if you try and fill it too quickly, it can bubble at the top. So I've not seen any leaking come down the tank. So I'm not too sure if there's a hole at the back that cleans it up. But that is a tiny issue that I found. It's a little bit fiddly when you're taking it apart. I found getting the glass on. You know, the answer to that is don't take it apart. But yeah, if it fits in place, no issues there. Another pro that I will mention is that there's been no leaking whatsoever, whether it's lying down, whether it's just overfilled. I've not had any leak come out of the top, I've no leak come out the bottom. It's been perfect. So yeah, again, there isn't, I mean, there's visually, I'm not a fan of the resin design. I know a lot of people will be, to be fair. I mean, it's a very popular design. A lot of tanks come out with this resin design now. So, I mean, I got stuck with the green one. I was a bit impatient to buy it. Ended up getting the green one. I had the choice of that or the orange. Probably should have waited for the resin, but it's that good of a tank that I'm more than happy to have it. So yeah, going into the coils now. What I'll do separately. First of all, the single mesh. Single mesh operates the same way as pretty much most other mesh coils. It's nice cool vape around about 65 watts. Nice flavour. Time wise, lasts you about 2 weeks upwards, depending on what liquid you use. Now we move up to the dual mesh. Dual mesh ups the flavour massively. There's a bigger vapour production. It's still quite a cool vape, around about 85 watts. But it's still a really nice vape, a lot of flavour, absolutely fantastic. Then you move on to the reason why you buy the tank, the triple mesh coil, and it blows you away with the flavour, it really does. Absolutely fantastic. The vapour production, as you can see, that's only 70 VG liquid. Interested? Homemade fug juice. But yeah, about 70 VG. So imagine if you're up in that VG, the amount of vapour you're going to be vaping it. Well, I vape it on about 105 watts, recommended up to 110. But yeah, the flavour is absolutely fantastic. It blows anything out the water that you can buy. So yeah, nice, quick, easy review of this. As I said at the start, it's a fantastic tank. I made up, I bought it. I mean, I have a habit of impulse buying tanks, and a lot of them don't really stick. I've had the Smok Spiral, I've had the Quito Revo, which by the way is a really good tank. It's just that top fill mechanism just couldn't get along with. This is the first tank that I've impulse bought, and I absolutely loved. Price points for this tank, I paid about £24 on a website called UK Vape Kings. About £28 posted. That's about the average price you're going to pay for it. Fantastic value for money. So yeah, apart from that, my overall view, which coil do I think is the best one? I'm going to go a little bit against the grain. I haven't seen anybody say this before, but I think the best coil is actually the dual mesh one. What I found with the dual mesh is that it keeps that cool vape. What I like about the mesh coils that you can nowadays is that you get that cool vape. You can take the longer pulls, and it's not overwhelming. For me personally, the triple mesh is a bit overwhelming, mainly because of that flavour. It really is one of those tanks that it is for power. It does right. It's almost as if there's like a divide in the coils, like between the single and the dual are going to be rivaling the mesh coils. So the dual mesh, best mesh tank you can buy on the market. Triple mesh, that becomes your power coil, almost like rivaling your Smok Princes and the like. And again, it blows that out the water for flavour, for vapour production. It's nice and thick. It's just with the overwhelming vapour. It's shorter pulls, so yeah, I personally go for the dual mesh, but I'd really recommend you go out and buy a triple mesh when you do buy the tank, just simply because it's well worth the experience. So yeah, absolutely must buy tank. It really is that good. So yeah, nice little final shot of it. Now next week I've got something a little bit different to show you. It's something that a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I've been using it for a few days now. Hopefully by next week I can give you a full rundown, full opinion of it. It's this little device. It's the OBS Draco. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Really appreciate the support, being a new channel. And drop a like, maybe even drop a comment, and give me your thoughts about the tank if you've already bought it. Okay, but thanks for watching.